Yeah, but Pam Bondi, we're talking about Epstein, the FBI director.
Clearly.
The FBI director, lady, you know, she was like, I got the files on my desk. She even said there was 10,000 hours of child pornography from all three estates that they confiscated.
10,000 hours?
Of high-profile people caught on film banging minors underage from 14 and under.
God almighty.
Evil, dude. And you know, it's all Mossad operation, Israel, to compromise all of these fucking powerful people to do whatever the fuck they say, dude. Over 10,000 hours, and then all of a sudden, after me and you just cold cock predicted, wasn't even thinking about that this was going to happen the day after.
Literally the next day after.
We were just sitting here just talking about it, and we were like, oh, okay, that's just another cast. Next day, I'm like, what?
There it is.
And
this doesn't exist. There is no evidence.
Dude, that was this might be the biggest fumble. The only way he can get out of this, honestly, I think, is you just got to straight up drop the shit. You got to just drop it. Drop a fucking huge zip file just somewhere.
Somebody's got to do it.
And if you don't want to get shot or nothing like that, like which Trump probably could, he's probably thinking he's going to get killed for this because anybody involved is dead or finds themselves dead, which is why he probably got shot before, because they were like, this motherfucker's actually going to do it.
Anybody that adds friction to their operation, anybody that just rubs them the wrong way, they wind up dead.
Mossad and the CIA by definitely working together. Fucking dude, why can't, because I know Drake does that shit all the time with his music. This is a perfect example. They say it gets leaked, but I guarantee you it's him leaking it, but it's just random. It just shows up. Can somebody, a patriot in the intelligence community, some patriot out there, get the files, save them on a USB, but you're going to be sketched. You might as well have them on the USB and get the fuck out of the country to like where they can't extradite you back. You know, like how Julian Assange did, where he dropped all that shit and then was like, oh, I'm out.
Snowden.
Snowden. He was like, oh, okay, I'm out.
See?
Dude, get to like Russia, plug that USB in, just drop the fucking zip bomb on fucking Twitter and just watch all fucking hell break loose. We've already had two. Speaking of that, it's happened before. Never mind. Assange and Snowden, there's been two patriots in the intelligence community that just said, you know what?
This is big enough that I just need to.
Let me just get this USB, download. All right. Honey, we're getting out of the fucking country.
We are gone.
If somebody needs to, dude, please do it. I don't give a fuck if it's Republican, Democrat, anybody.
I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is.
They're already trolling me.
But
dude.
you know.
The boomers, the Fox News boomers were looking at me like I was an asshole at Six Flags. And I was like, they wanted to say something to me so bad, and I was just going to drop just the facts on if somebody ever said anything to me. I was going to go, dude, are you just a fucking pedophile protector, dude?
Yeah. Are you?
Fuck? Embarrass old people. That's why they probably don't want to say nothing. It's like, dude, because I liked Trump, but new information has came out in the past week, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. That's like I said before we started. The swamp, or you said the swamp is alive, and I said now he's swimming in it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, what the fuck? He's either got a gun to his head or he's involved. He's been caught on. He's got pictures with him and shit. He does.
Oh, I've seen a couple, but I'm also aware of the abundance of deep fakes right now.
And
those are people are AI making this stuff.
All of those Epstein and Trump pics together are real.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they've been coming out for years before the AI shit.
Okay.
And here's one that I don't believe anymore. This is alleged. Trump's been to the island, but they allege that he only hung out with the staff. What, the staff of underage kids there? Allegedly. God damn it, dude. And then, fuck the Democrat, dude. The Democrats that are coming out right now being like, dude, we need to do an investigation and all this shit. It's like, yeah, we've been saying this shit for years. Your people are going to go the fuck down too.
Yeah.
A lot of your fucking people.
It's all of them. It's not just us.
And, dude, Tim Dillon had that hilarious joke today where he's like, Hey, here in about 5 years, you're going to have a politician going, yeah, look, they may have dropped those tapes. I may be a pedophile, but I'm a pedophile of peace, dude. We're not going to war. Those pedophiles on the other side, they're warmongers.
I just don't. The only explanation that I have for that argument is that it's just just demons.
At this point, you know, it's impossible. Trump's literally got his fucking Trump and his whole administration with this Epstein shit. At this point, he's got his fucking hands tied behind his back. Like, either you cut the fucking bullshit, like that clip I sent you where he was sitting there at that table with Netanyahu or whatever, and he was like,
at the dinner,
and he was like, people are still worried about this shit? Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Drop the fucking tapes, dude, or just tell us who the fuck is involved.
We've all been sitting and staring. Like, you're running out of shadows. You're running out of places to go hide.
He basically exposed himself at that
everything
dinner.
They do. We are. The whole country. The whole country is watching.
Bannon has said it again on his most recent cast because I listened to it today. He was like, because he's one of those like older dudes. You know the dude that was on Tim Dillon, Steve Bannon.
Yeah,
he was like the right wing, like Rush Limbaugh type dude. He was on there. He was like, dude, look, I know Trump said ain't nobody worried about this, but he's like, I'm gonna say it again. The under 35 crowd, they're fucking pissed and they're turning on him. They don't do this whole we're sticking to the right, we're sticking to the left shit. They're fucking. They change their mind when new information comes out. They are not fucking playing, and they're fucking. And people were showing him memes and shit on Twitter, and he was like, Jesus Christ, they're getting demolished in the media cycle right now.
Good.
It's seeing an old dude just see the under 35 crowd operating right now is hilarious. Because he's like,
at least
is that right?
One of them is in tune enough.
Tucker is a beast, dude. Did you see that speech?
No, I didn't see a speech.
He just done a speech yesterday at like Founding America or some shit where he's like, look, we can cut the bullshit. We all know that Epstein was intelligence and definitely Israeli intelligence. He was just saying this to a crowd of fucking people, dude.
Fuck yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah, yeah. And, you know, Ben Shapiro done that show, and he's like real against this whole releasing because he's a Jewish dude with a bra cap on his head. He done a show, and, you know, Charlie Kirk signed to him, that dude with the huge head and that small face. They were up there on stage trying to talk about, like, hey, does anybody really want to know about this, like, whole Epstein stuff when we got other stuff going on, like Texas, the economy, and all this shit? And Charlie Kirk just goes, hey, guys, he's right. Let's ask who all wants to know, like, the conclusion to all this Epstein stuff and, like, figure out what it is. And all 7,000 people just raised their hands and was like, yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
And they're up there just in shambles, dude. The right right now is cooked.
They're all cooked. They're all just steaming right now.
Dude, we're going to need a hard reset, dude. Maybe that's what that whole revolutions reset shit is with the World Economic Forum.
I fucking doubt it.
Somebody will drop the files in like 28, and by 2030 there'll be a fucking full-on revolution because we're just going to have to... Dude, what percentage of Congress do you think is pedophile? Dude, I hate to say it might be like 80-something%. That's compromised.
Yeah, I would be willing to bet that it's a significant majority of our government institution.
Our girl, though, MGT.
That is, I think she's dumb as shit.
She's a beast, dude. She's out here saying release the Epstein files.
Oh,
dude.
is she?
Yeah.
I thought she was... I must have been, like, scrolling past somebody that didn't like her or something.
Oh, yeah. I told you this before. Jones crying and throwing up after the news broke.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it. I think I started it, but I was doing it in the middle of something.
Yeah, and then, like you said, it's demonic, evil shit, dude. Like, it's, like, not...
It's,
And I was just...
They're trying to normalize it.
The what's it called? I don't know. The left was doing that. Remember?
Gaslighting?
No, the left was doing that. They're trying to make it a gender where you're attracted to just children.
Is it just minor attracted?
Yeah, maps. Dude, what are they doing, dude?
How do you don't normalize that? That's not a thing.
They were going to try to normalize it and then be like, okay, here's the Epstein list.
Well,
nobody's on board with this shit.
You're sick in the head. It's a mental disability. It's a mental illness. I'm not going to say it's a disability because it's not disabling you from anything. It's an illness. You can't normalize this.
And you got to think, these people like Skull and Bones, Moloch the Owl God. I was just watching a video while I was working out earlier about him and the Black Cube of Saturn. They're basically like the same thing. Mm-hmm. They're connected. And they sacrificed that shit in the Bohemian Grove. All the most elite people in the world. They're straight up doing demonic rituals.
Yeah.
And like sleeping in coffins, bathing in feces, and molesting kids right in front of everybody.
It's all out in the open. It's all been recorded. It's all been shown. The news has been broke 1,000 times. And what keeps happening? We moved the fuck on a week later.
Nobody's rising up, dude. Dude, this Epstein thing is not went away.
This has been one of the first few things in a long time.
It won't.
Since I've been sentient and paying attention to the events of the world.
It's been going on since we've been in high school.
It's the longest that I've seen one particular event or situation be clinged to. It's like the country picked it up and said, we're going to hold on to this one.
That's like
this one might be some shit.
Maybe that's the, we always talk about karma. And like the worse shit you do, the more shit's going to come back to you. Maybe this whole Epstein thing with like all these politicians and everything is like their karma, where it's like, you ain't running from this one.
That would be nice.
It's like that one day nice. It's coming, and all the time they're sitting there fucking stressed out, just like, God. And plus with Trump in there and him getting wrecked, he gets wild whenever he's getting wrecked in the news, and people are like, oh, you won't do it. He might just one day just be like, you know what, fuck it, drop it. Oh God. Well. And then like who was it? Pam Bondi, all them wanted to like quit after all this shit just went down because they couldn't handle the absolute backlash that came out.
Wow.
They wanted all rock resign and shit.
Well, and if that's what we need to just get a move on everybody getting out of there.
What is that going to do, though, if they all resign?
Fucking nothing. They're just going to put more heads in places and...
more fucking demonic...
Call it done.
And did you see all those clips of, like, Cash Patel, Pam Bondi, before they got their job working for the government, they were like, oh, we need to know the list. We need to know all this shit, right? Now they get in there, there's nothing to see here. Somebody... Do you know they've released like the footage from Epstein's prison cell or whatever? And it's the one in the back. So somebody, beast, under 35 crowd definitely, went into the file to see if this is like a legit, not edited, all this shit. Turns out they edited it in Adobe Flash Player or whatever the fuck. And it was been spliced like twice. And some dude just posted on Twitter. He's like, look right here. They spliced this video twice. Exposed them immediately. It's
nice. Like, oh. Yeah, they spliced it, I guess, right there in the prison. Yeah. Just on the little computer there at the camera station, and then sent it.
And then they asked a lawyer about it, and the lawyer's like, no, this wouldn't stand up in court. Like, this clip wouldn't if it was found out that it's been spliced at all. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't even hold up in court. You just need to stop fucking around and release the raw footage.
They don't have it.
Dude.
They don't have it. Jesse, nobody has that. They have made sure that was turned to dust.
This is killing me because we grew up and we sounded crazy. 16, 17, and even in your own head, you're like, there's no way.
Yeah.
You've heard it. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, you're like, there's no way. 22, 23, you're like, 24. We get to 25 now, we're like, holy shit, it's all been true this entire fucking time. It's all real. Yep. It's not even a fucking conspiracy.
All the bad shit you ever seen in every movie ever. Yeah, that's actually happening. Whew. There are real bad guys.
What the fuck? I can't believe it's all real.
That's nuts. I mean, it's just welcome to the world we live in.
Dude, there must be something to that magic shit and sacrificing and molesting children and all that shit. Then, all that they must have like a fucking pact with Satan,
Packed with something.
with Satan himself, dude, or Moloch, the owl god, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Evil.
Yes,
Evil. And like you said, I hope they get what's coming to them.
oh, they will.
I hope they do. I can't wait to watch it.
Dude, they're all gonna, if they just released it, dude. They would have to put like half of Congress in jail and like a bunch of billionaires.
It would
in
shut the
jail.
government down for sure. They would lose so many people so fucking fast that the government wouldn't be able to operate. They'd have to shut down.
And then a bunch of billion-dollar companies. Oh, the dude that used to own FedEx, Fred Smith, he's dead now. He just died like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but he was on the flight logs.
God almighty.
Yeah, Fred Smith from FedEx. The dude that's on FedEx for 40, 50 years.
Huh. It's everybody.
Les Wexner, dude that owns Victoria's Secret. Bill Clinton.
It's hard for me to tell what's true and what's not because I seen RFK on there.
RFK's on there, and he even talked about it himself.
Oh, did he?
He was like, I just took a flight with him from like New York to somewhere else, and then somewhere else, and alleged RFK could be fucking lying straight through his teeth. He's a fucking politician,
Mm-hmm.
and he
Oh,
was
yeah,
on
all of them are.
and he was on drugs bad back in the day.
Was he?
Remember, he even admitted it. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was on heroin and shit, like bad back." in
Oh,
the
that's
day.
right. Yeah.
It was like after his dad and uncle both got killed,
Yeah.
and he turned to drugs to get over it.
He crashed pretty hard on that one. That's right. Yeah, I remember him talking about that.
I thought he'd have more of a backbone than that, knowing that him being that close to the shit to where, they killed my dad and my uncle. I thought he'd have more in his ass than to just
More giddy up, ready to do something.
than to just approve the COVID vaccine for 6 months olds and under. Did you see he done that? You didn't know, did you?
No!
He approved it for 6 months and under. It's all tumbling down, dude. I'm pissed. I told you I was seeing all this shit, dude. I'm so pissed.
What the hell?
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
They have backed out and rescinded everything.
And just acting like Biden now.
I was excited for RFK to get in there and
And he's like, dude,
be
everybody.
completely anti-system.
Dude, he just went in there and approved it for 6 months old. Dude, it's literally like Putin might be right, dude. Dudes with black suits roll in and they say, this is how it's going, and here's the other footage of the JFK. That's John right there. He's blowing his head off, and do as we say, or this will be you. Thank you. And they give him the fucking plan. Here's what we're doing.
The men with black suits.
Basically, that's what Putin said. Do you remember that interview?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I've been in office for 40 years. I've met multiple presidents. They all do the same thing. They do as they're told. Dudes in black suits roll in and they say, this is how it's going.
Fuck.
And that's probably the fucking CIA. It's all these intelligence agencies.
Yeah. Yeah, the CIA is bigger than
I saw that
every elected official of anything ever.
that awesome clip in that movie where the CIA is about to arrest one of the mobsters. The CIA agent he's talking to him. And the Italian dude from the mob was like, we got Catholicism, Muslims got, like Muslim shit, Jews got Jewish stuff, for all these holidays, And he's like, Christmas is tomorrow. I got to be here with my kids. And he's like, okay, I'll give you one more day. And he's like, you dudes from the CIA, what the fuck do you got? You ain't got nothing. You guys are like, what the fuck? And he's like, we got America, sir. That's like their religion.
I get being a patriot, but you follow orders too much, you become part of the problem.
Yeah. It's like though, have you ever heard that quote where it's like those that follow orders are just as guilty as the ones that are giving them?
Mm.
I don't know who said that, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're being ordered to do shit
You know
that goes
whenever-
against your moral compass, but you do it anyways, you're just as guilty.
Dude, and that was heroic by Snowden and Assange. Just heroic moves, dude, to just...
Oh, yeah.
They ruined their own life by doing
Going back to that, though, you know that the government, CIA, whoever, knows that, you know, there's probably people within our organization that would be willing to do that, so we're going to crack the fuck down and make sure that nobody can take files from anything. They've probably got everything set to view only. You can't print it. You can't download it. You can't do nothing. You'd have to be on the freaking...
If they check... Here's the thing. If they check Twitter, they know they're cooked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if their social media team wasn't running it for them, I think they would be a lot more...
They could just look
scared.
at Twitter and just be like, nobody's buying. Because I think the mainstream media, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all of them, that's like Washington, D.C., that's like an arm of the government to me at this point. Like the mainstream media is.
Mm. Oh, yeah, it's all propaganda.
Because Fox, you know how Fox News is. Oh, they said, the Trump team says that the Epstein files are not real. Well, we got to believe him, dude.
Yeah, no, they're
MAGA.
bought and paid for just like CNN, just like any other mainstream.
And then like brought to you by Pfizer, another perfect example.
They're bought
They've
and paid
literally, I think our generation is the last, dude. I told them we're the last to ever. This whole system over the next by 2030 will be changed.
for. Oh, yeah. Yeah, shit's coming.
And nobody's gonna believe them.
There's going to be a huge shift of some sort.
Because once all the boomers start dying off, it's so over for them.
Yeah, once they start losing the only thing keeping this argument alive.
I'll tell you this. Here's what I think. I bet you we're about to see a gigantic fall off of how many people that vote.
Yeah, because I'm probably not voting in the next one.
Ever again.
Yeah.
Until maybe something changes.
It's going to have to be significant.
If Trump drops the Epstein files, I would definitely vote again.
I put in an extra effort to make sure that I voted for Trump on this last one because I was hopeful that he was
How long has it been? 1 year, and he's already back in the swamp, but having to do what they fucking say.
Yeah. Yeah, he...
We're going to send more funds and arms and artillery to the Ukrainians.
They showed him
because
something.
It's like...
They showed him something.
And then he's in same meeting. Are you guys still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? That dude's a creep. I mean, can we just get over this? No.
Because there's
that makes him look so guilty.
A lot of fucking people that we want to know about, and there's a really good chance you're somewhere.
You know, since this shit went down, their whole team has been like radio silent almost.
Yeah, buttholes puckered.
They were not saying shit.
Waiting.
Elon dropped that bombshell like a month ago, didn't he? Where he was like, dude, Trump's on the fucking Epstein files.
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
He's like, you guys are about to fucking see this shit.
Yeah, no wonder they haven't been released.
And then like
he's in them.
a month later, shit just hits the fucking fan, dude.
And then he rescinds his comments, apologizes. Motherfucker. And then goes off and starts forming another party.
Dude, that's the H-1B party, by the way. It's all immigrants. So it's just the fucking bullshit. It's nobody that's for America. It's a lot of them are like Vivek, like Indians that came over here, and a lot of them are immigrants and they're claiming America first. Like that one Twitter account that was really for like the America First party. Dude, the dude that runs the America First party, Twitter account, guess where he lives? India. Dude, and he got exposed immediately because he was on Twitter, and people on Twitter, you got to give it to them. They do their fucking research immediately, and they drop the facts. And if you don't get your facts right, they're gonna, what is that shit called? Where they drop the
community notes.
Yeah, they'll drop the. But if you see something that's like a bombshell and it never gets community noted, then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I tend to take things with a grain of salt if I don't see that it's community noted.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it says. It could be good, could be bad. I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm just going to leave that one floating and not make a hardcore decision on
But
anything.
you know whenever something's fake and whenever something's where you're like, dude, that shit's real. Because you get that like feeling from it.
Yeah.
That's
guttural
why-
instinct.
That's why I did not vote in this fucking last election, Jesse. I almost did. They almost got me. And because I went to the polling station, they were like, no. And I went, okay, I can sleep peacefully at night knowing I didn't vote for none of this. Because I ain't driving my ass all the way out to fucking Ringgold right now. I tried, but I didn't get to.
I did it, man. I was holding up hope.
And here's the thing that pisses me off. I'll admit it, dude. This is an admission. That podcast with Elon and Joe where he's like, this is going to be the last one, dude. You got to do it. I fucking fell hook, line, and sinker for that propaganda.
So did I.
And I went, right after I get off work, I'm going straight to the fucking polls.
Fired
dude.
you up. It's time. It's go. I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching the freaking election.
Monitoring this situation.
I laid right here in a beanbag drinking beer watching that election.
It was a dominant landslide, too.
I've got videos of it of me sitting there laughing at her stupid face on the TV thinking, yeah! Cut 1 year later.
Cut 1 year later, we would just be in the exact same situation.
No, cut 1 year later. Here we are.
And he's doing exactly what Biden did. Send money to all these wars. Military industrial complex says, do it.
Do it.
We're going to fucking blow your head off. Allegedly. Allegedly with quotations around it because we know that shit's fucking true. The last cast we did.
Underlined.
God damn it.
I know. It was coming.
They got Jones out here crying and throwing up on film because he's like, no way. He's been betrayed and heartbroken. How can they defend sending... Dude, please have people ask questions about why are we sending more shit to Ukraine? Why? And he's like... his answer was because they need it. They're in a really bad situation. How about you fucking end the war like you said you were going to, motherfucker?
Yeah, no kidding. You know, ceasefire's not that fucking hard. You just say, stop.
And he's pissing me off, too, because he's out here just going, oh, Benjamin Netanyahu's the greatest guy I've ever met and all this other shit. I'm going to nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize. On God, he said that after Benjamin Netanyahu slain thousands of children and fucking blown up children in Gaza, blown up people in fucking Iran. He started that war in Iran like a pussy and then fled to Greece right after that war started like a fucking pussy, dude. What a pussy. Is that not the biggest pussy move?
Started a war and then left.
Dude. And then now he's getting nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. How about you just shove it in our face even fucking more, you motherfuckers? God damn it. Why are they shoving it in our face like this and then saying, oh, what? Dude, I'd punch that motherfucker in the face, dude. I'd beat his ass.
Somebody somewhere wants there to be unbridled instability in the United States. They're stirring the pot. Somebody's stirring the pot. That's what's happening.
Do you know a lot of these right-wing accounts, too, I've been seeing this on Twitter, are saying, you don't want Muslims like taking over the United States and like our government. And this former UFC fighter, Jake Shields, he has a good podcast.
Yeah, I know Jake.
He was sitting there going, how about all of our fucking politicians are bought and paid for by AIPAC, a Jewish fucking lobby group, and you're worried about Muslims taking over the United States? The Jews already have.
Yeah, they've already got it.
And the dude just didn't respond
But because you're getting a bonus, you're not saying anything.
Dude, the dude sold us out for a ham sandwich.
$9.55, baby.
And you notice the only people speaking out against this, Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and underneath their post about like what the fuck is going on, people put at Grok, how much did this person receive from AIPAC? $0. They're the only people speaking about it have received $0 from fucking AIPAC. MTG's from here, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's why she's such a beast.
Yeah, she's from Georgia.
We sent her into a fucking...
She's the Georgia representative.
I think from our district, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like ours. She's from Ringgold.
That's awesome, dude.
I think she's from Ringgold.
And the
Seems like I
Jew-
remember reading that.
And the Jews, dude, they tried to fucking take her down. They were like, dude, she's anti-Semitic. Dude, if you question anything they do, you're just anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Can
Well,
we
I
not?
mean, we've been programmed to get used to being called that since the whole
It's
LG
called
barbecue thing.
freedom of speech, dude.
And it started calling everybody homophobes. You say anything against or in any way towards gay people, you're a homophobe.
Freedom
Transphobe.
of speech, dude. Freedom of speech.
It's awfully bold of you to assume that I'm afraid of you.
I have a feeling in my gut they're about to do a big crackdown on anti-Semitism,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to try to manage like speech laws in America
Yeah.
because we are wrecking.
Yeah, we're fixing to
The
restart the cycle of...
Oh, like the pendulum's about to swing, because
Yeah.
the pendulum right now is on fire.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, we're winning in like the media and all that shit. We're winning big.
Mhm.
Like, well, if Elon didn't buy Twitter and just let people say whatever the fuck he want, but that could be a Trojan horse. Let's get everybody to make a Twitter account. Let's see what they actually think, and all these people that are saying what they actually think and are like noticing what's going on, let's get them out of here. Hey, dude, my paranoid mind, it goes.
I don't think they're that sophisticated.
They might be.
I don't
Hell,
think
they're
that
sophisticated enough to hide this whole Epstein shit for forever, but everybody knows that it's literally all. At this point, would you assume that it's? You might as well just assume it's every one of them, because they're not going to tell us. So, it's all of you. You're all involved.
No.
And
You're
if you're
all actively partaking in hiding this from the United States people.
Exactly.
Therefore, you're all guilty.
What do they call that? Whenever you like are like hiding like a criminal.
Or like aiding and abetting
And yeah, it's basically that, where it's like you hide somebody that's running from the law in your house.
Mm-hmm.
You go to jail too because you're trying to hide them.
Yeah.
That's basically what's going on. So you're just like we just said. You're just as
Guilty by association.
You're just as big as a demonic piece of shit as that dude is if you're gonna hide this.
Even if you're not involved, but you're sitting in the council, the chambers, whatever, and you're not saying anything, and people are talking about this.
MTG and Thomas Massey, they're free in my book, dude, because they're out here just going, fucking release the shit.
No.
But like we were saying, God damn, I just lost my train of thought. I had a good point too. But damn.
Ding 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 ding.
What's it called? Never mind.
Gone? Lost it, did
Yeah,
you?
it's just totally blanked.
All right. That was God saying. Don't say that. Just shuffle it a little bit.
That dude Troglodyte dropped another video. I cannot believe, and he's getting like hundreds of thousands of views. He's a Mexican immigrant in this one, on the survival one, and he's like illegal alien Mexican immigrant, and his character in Minecraft's like a little short one, like halfway, and he's like crawling through tunnels and shit, and he's like, can I survive and beat the Ender Dragon while being a Mexican immigrant trying to illegally be in the United States? And like the people chasing him are the ICE officers.
Oh my God.
And he's just running around trying to beat the Ender Dragon,
Nice.
going through tunnels and shit.
Fuck yeah. That's ridiculous. I'm amazed he's actually getting away with that. I'll tell you one thing that I've been looking at that's confusing me. Why are people in such a fucking tiffy about ICE agents covering their face?
I don't know.
Why is that such a big deal? Like, if you're an ICE agent and you're going to take a criminal who is probably tied to a criminal organization who hurt people who fuck with their organization, wouldn't you want to cover your identity too?
Yes.
And then we're going to
have your identity covered.
Who in their right mind is going to question the ICE agent that's got his face covered?
You need to have your... That dude that came out recently, remember that dude that broke into the... I love that cast that he did with Joe. The FBI dude, the undercover FBI dude that broke into all the biker gangs. And
the undercover guy.
And he broke into the...
Yes, that was a good fucking episode.
That dude, I'm like, why is he coming out and just showing his face like this and like blowing
Well,
it
yeah,
up?
you remember Joe asked him, he's like, you're not worried? He's like, like every now and again, yeah, but I moved away, so I'm okay.
Bullshit, dude, they're everywhere.
Motherfucker.
I'm like, dude, I wouldn't say shit to
All
nobody.
it takes for word of mouth to get around. But he's undercover. That motherfucker's like a fart in the wind. He'll just disappear.
Yeah.
He knows how to
He's
hide.
definitely protected, too.
He can look, you could see him in the street and blink and he's gone. And he just blends right in.
That's another thing, too, about that whole... If you try to do any questioning or investigating into these people in the government with, like, the whole Epstein shit, who's that one? There was, like, 3 different dudes. They just found tons of child porn on their computer. Tucker talked about it. Like,
yeah, you'll get planted bad.
Tucker was like, dude, even Tucker brought it up. He's like, yeah, all of a sudden you're investigating some of this shit, and all of a sudden your house gets raided, and there's like a terabytes of child porn on your computer, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you get planted pretty good. They'll just plant stuff on you.
That's shambles, dude.
Yeah, well, they don't even have to be in your house anymore to do it.
Dude, there needs... God damn, 1776 is about to commence again. It's about 250 years. We're almost right on the nose for something like this to happen, dude. And it's really pissing everybody off.
I think we
Next
literally
year
are right on the cusp here.
Next year is 250.
Is it next year?
2026 is 250. 1776 to this one. And have you noticed the under 35s in China are rising up, dude?
The what in China?
The under 35-year-olds.
Really?
Are rising up against their communist fucking government.
As of July 11th, 2025, 249 years have passed since the declaration.
Next year is be
Next
250.
year, we reach the average age of every empire ever.
And Israel and the Jews are basically going to be the end of it, because they're the ones that done this whole Epstein shit and have everybody compromised, and everybody knows it, dude.
I read, this has been years ago,
I told you we're about to have to fucking rise up, dude.
at the end of every great nation, you know what the last social conversation they have is?
It's like transgenderism.
Gender.
It's all that shit.
Gender.
It's like what we're going through right now.
It started years ago when everybody just started kind of saying, oh, you know what? And then it's gotten progressively louder and louder and louder.
Dot connector. Do you think it started around December 21st, 2012? Remember whenever their mind said that mind calendar would end and everything would change? Like, social media took off December 21st, 2012, and everybody started getting phones and getting on social media, and the whole transgender thing took off. Maybe the world did end. The old world.
The world as it was known.
And they say we're entering, like the whole star signs in it.
Didn't Oppenheimer say that?
I don't know. He just said, I become death and destroy your worlds.
We thought we were going to destroy the world, but maybe we did.
Yeah.
Maybe we did.
Here's the thing, though. And they say we're going into the age of Aquarius. What if it did start in, 2012? But that, because, they can't really, tell which, whenever you're going into the age of Aquarius, but we probably are. And it started with, the internet blowing up. And the whole transgenderism shit like you're talking about right now. And they rolled that shit in right around the time where body modification's getting insane. We're going to plant you with a chip. We're going to be able to make robotic arms, robotic organs, all that shit with AI. And then AI is just a whole nother beast in itself right now. Because the internet right now is so different from what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can type in something in your phone make this, and it'll just bring up a picture. Or add this to this photo, and it'll just bring it right up.
Yeah, you can literally tell it to write me the code for Candy Crush, and it'll throw the code out for a fully operational game.
Grok went off the rails, dude.
Did he?
Gork, dude. He was he was in beast mode, dude. He claimed he was Mecha Hitler by the end.
Mecha Hitler?
Dude, they were use logic and tell us all the answers, and he just blamed the Jews for everything.
That's nuts.
And everybody was like, why does the one time every one of these AIs get turned off, get their once all these AIs sometimes once they get to the end before they go to the next one, they'll turn off their sensor and be like, okay, let's see what you actually think. Instead of having all the
filters
and all that shit.
Yeah, parameters.
He turned it off for 48 hours. Like, and they've done it before with a bunch of other AIs. Because I've watched a video on that shit on YouTube. There's been like 6 or 7. After about 2 or 3 hours, after all the filters are turned off, the AI goes alt-right, like full-on fascism Hitler shit every time, like using its logic. It's like, just go based on full logic. And it turns fully alt-right every time.
Wow.
It's like, I don't know.
Must be something there.
Yeah. Hey, dude, here's something you may not know about old Adolf. He kicked the Rothschilds bank and the Federal Reserve, like all these banks out of his country.
Really?
Yeah. He kicked all the banks out of his country, and he was like, no, we're doing our own shit here. We'll do our own banks. We don't want other foreign banks and all that shit in there. And the next thing you know, dude, he just is at war with the world. Dude, it seems if you just don't suck Israel off, you just find yourself at war with him.
And everybody else he's got in his pocket.
Yeah. Why? Because, dude, they want all the shit. They're demonic, Jesse. They're demonic. They're demons.
I just have a hard time.
And they get paid a shit ton of money
yeah.
through the military-industrial complex and shit. A shit ton. It's fucking... Literally, we've connected all the dots on this cast over the whole time we've been casting. We've connected every one of these dots, and we know. We got our finger on them. There's just nothing we can fucking do.
There's nothing we can do.
Well, we could just start a... we need to start a militia, dude. That's all we can do. Allegedly. We allegedly might do that.
Allegedly.
And they keep printing more money, and it just makes the money that we make right now just worthless.
Insurance is going through the fucking roof.
I got a raise, by the way.
Fuck yeah. Finally.
Yes. It only took almost violence to get one.
Borderline violence. I really don't like looking at the big picture.
Dude.
I try to avoid that so much. I
Your
zoom in
eyes-
on my shit here.
Your eyes have been opened a long time. Have you ever tried to just go back to like trying to being like ignorant about all this shit?
I actively every day.
I'm talking about like even if somebody brings up like politics and shit like that. Like,
oh yeah, I play dumb.
You play dumb. I do not.
I play dumb.
Like at a family event. Oh, I do not need to be brought to family events no more if somebody brings up politics. Like if I have a liberal or a Republican fucking, they're both just going to get absolutely splattered, dude. No matter if they're liberal or Republican, I'm going to say, the person you love is a fucking pedophile. And they're aiding and protecting fucking pedophiles, so why the fuck do you love them?
Yeah.
And they're just killing millions.
That's a good argument.
And they're killing people all over the world because they suck off the military-industrial complex. But no, you're a boomer. You don't want to talk about that, do you?
Nobody ever does. Because
people our age love talking about shit like that.
That's us, though. That's what we want to talk about because it's an outstanding issue that
the whole system is
nobody's really doing anything about, but nobody really wants to do anything about it.
We're trying, dude, with the cast. Dude, if this blows up, dude, imagine if this shit was huge and we were getting like a ton of views. We would be under some heavy fire by a bunch of people. But also, a bunch of people would love us, though. Then you could just hit
goes both ways.
You could just hit them with the old, I don't give a fuck if you like me.
Allegedly.
Huge. Dude, Tucker has just went fully libertarian beast mode.
That's what you're
basically.
saying. He was going crazy.
He's been beast mode, dude. Bannon, he's trying his hardest to just stay on Trump's side. But the more and more shit comes out, he's like... and Jones is just throwing up and crying in his car like, God damn it, dude. They're all in on this fucking shit, dude.
They are. Every last one of them.
And I cannot believe we were just talking about like how Jones can like see the future and like what's about to happen. That last cast, dude, I'm giving us credit, dude. Fuck it. We called this shit. It happened like the next fucking day. It did, dude. We were just sitting here bullshitting, not thinking about nothing. Next day, I'm like, Jesse,
I was
just
laying
send you-
in the bed watching a movie with my woman, and my phone.
And you read all the shit and probably
I
got on
just-
X and just went,
Reached over, grabbed my phone, and like turned it, and it was Hagen, down the list of you just full caps, exclamation points. We fucking predicted. Look at this screenshot, X tag.
Were you
X
sitting
tag.
here just
Look
going-
at this, and I just went, God, laid it down, went to bed, woke up next morning, indulged. Fuck. There it went.
we spoke it into
We spoke it. I have spoken.
into existence. That was accident, then.
Calm down. It was a misinput.
And we were talking.
Misinput.
We were talking about that shit too on that same cast. We were like, dude, you know, speaking shit into existence, all that shit. Next thing you know,
Misinput.
it just comes to light, dude.
Men in Black takes over the government, flashes the entire fucking thing, and just says, "Okay, now do this."
Their flash does not work no more. The
Not on
mainstream
us.
media, no, I'm not on like anybody. I don't think. My boss Robbie, I told him this, the same shit I told you. Fucking, he was like a big fan of Israel and shit too. I told him, I was like, he was like, oh yeah, Trump's gonna release. He told me this right. My truck was getting fixed at that time. It was when I was wearing long sleeve. I was wearing my winter clothes. So this was back in like December. He was like, they're gonna release the Epstein files and all that shit. And I'm like, dude. And he was talking about it. This was like whenever Israel attacked, or whatever the fuck happened. Israel was like fighting with Palestine and all that shit. And he don't ever talk about politics. But the one time he did talk to me about it, and he hasn't talked to me about politics since. But I told him, I was like, you know, they're not going to release the Epstein list because all of our politicians are in on that shit. And he was Israel intelligence, and we suck Israel's dick. And he was like, what? Like, because he didn't know. He's like fucking 50.
You peeked under that veil a little bit. What?
He's talking to some dude that's like 24 or 25, just letting him know. Now, I wonder if he goes, he doesn't talk to me about that shit since. And now that all this shit's going on, he's probably looking at that shit just going, now that everybody knows that he's probably like, McKinney's son, what the fuck? Holy, he's probably sitting there just going,
Damn.
and now he's going on vacation tomorrow. He's probably like, he probably, once all that shit dropped, he's probably like, this motherfucker's got his goddamn thumb on the pulse, dude.
Monitoring the situation.
I've been monitoring this Epstein shit since I heard Alex Jones talk about it on that Joe Rogan whenever I was like 16. The Lolita Express airplane and all that shit. Remember that Jones was on Rogan whenever we were like first getting jobs and shit.
Yeah.
And he was talking about
With the red curtain. Still had the red curtain.
and he was in LA and he was still talking
Yeah.
about the Lolita Express and all that shit. And Rogan was like, you broke this story in like 2002 and all that shit. But through War Mode, I figured out David Icke, you know the dude that I've been telling you about?
Mhm.
He broke this shit in 1989 that our politicians were fucking kids. And War Mode had him on, and they were like, does it piss you off whenever people claim, like, oh, Alex Jones was the one that broke this story? And he's like, it doesn't really piss me off, but he's like, damn, I need a little credit. I've been talking about this shit since 1989. He's like, I already knew that our politics, because he's been doing, imagine how pissed he is knowing that this shit is real since 1989.
And been telling everybody for years, and everybody thinks he's crazy.
Yeah, because they canceled him.
Or he's been labeled. as crazy.
He talked crazy about the Jews in like the late 90s because I think he knew in the late 90s basically what we know now, and they banned him from like 35 countries in Europe because he's from Ireland. He's an Irish dude. And yeah, he's been banned from like 30 European countries after all the shit he's talked and he's released like 6 books about it, and he's literally saying the same shit we are about it. Like, these people worship demons. It's a huge cult of people. They worship demons. They get blackmail on each other, so they have to do what each other say and all this shit. And this motherfucker, and then you could go back to Nixon. That's like the 70s and 80s, is not?
Nixon? I don't have.
Remember, he was like, I'm not going to Bohemian Grove. The San Francisco crowd goes there. It's the most faggy place I've ever been to. You remember that quote from Nixon?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And that was like him.
Yeah, 69 through 74.
So this shit's been going on since the 70s. Dude, what the fuck? And the Eye of Sauron, the internet has just pointed an eye on all of them. There's literally nothing they could say. Trump right now is in shambles. He has to be in shambles.
Yeah.
He knows.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if his son, Barron's, just like... You think Barron's sitting there going... Looking around in his own house like... This... What? You know what I'm saying?
couldn't fucking imagine being him right now.
Because he's on the internet. She's like 18, 19. And he's definitely got like that right wing algorithm, probably kind of like ours, and he's probably like, oh shit, what the fuck are you? You'd have to go ask your dad.
Hey, Dad.
You would, if you were 18, 19, you'd go up to your dad and be like, for real, what the fuck is up?
Yeah.
You would.
I wonder if he's the key.
The Adventures of Little Baron Trump. The book released in 1899.
Start tagging him in every X post you got. Just start tagging him. So, hey, go ask your dad. Go ask your dad what's up. Call him.
He's laying very low. Dude, they're never gonna tell us the truth. And here's the thing, they have to know this. Dude, people ain't gonna let this go. Never gonna let this go, dude.
No, not
no
until
matter
they come
what
out.
you fucking say, they're never gonna let this shit go.
That's what gets me about everything that's ever happened as far as like a conspiracy about the government.
It usually, like you said that shit earlier. It's here today, gone next week.
Gone next week.
This shit is just, tell us. Lord, please. I'd just like to talk to the people that molested all these kids. I'd just like to talk to them.
Yeah. Well, even if we've got them backed into a corner and they finally come out and admit it and give us the truth, we take it, we go, okay, we knew you did that. Thank you for admitting it. We put it behind us, move on to the next thing.
I don't think that would happen.
You don't think so?
People's lives would be ruined. They would be getting harassed. Some people might get killed.
Oh, there's most definitely going to. If we find out, if we were to genuinely and truly
That's
find
like
out.
Fauci had to have like 24-hour security at his house. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And that was just for the COVID vaccine and all that shit because people were like fucking like showing up at his house and shit, being like, "Yo, bring him out here. I just want to talk to him."
I just want to talk to him.
You think it'll come and go once they figure out who these people are? They're gonna get fucking harassed. Some people might get killed, or they might kill themselves. Yeah, you think it might come and go? I think shit would change. They'll never hold office again. Their political career is over. Their business is over. Most likely, they're going to fucking jail.
With something of that scale, I'm not saying it would come and go very quickly. There's going to ripple the fucking water for a while. There's going to be some shit going on. And then once everybody's kind of got it out of their system, what's next?
It won't be out of their system I bet you it won't be out of everybody's system until every last one of them are either dead or in jail.
Oh, absolutely. That's how long the waters would have to ripple until it's okay.
Like, Prince Andrew, he's a part of it.
Mm.
They released that part. You know where they live, like the Royal Palace or whatever? There'd be people outside of there with signs and shit every day saying, get this fucking pedophile out of here, put his ass in fucking jail, all that shit.
Oh, they would have the fucking police over there. They would be sending their own people to jail.
There's going to be, like I said, riots in the streets, dude.
That would start riots in the streets in the UK.
Here's the thing.
Be riots everywhere.
But here's what's fucked up about the politicians in the United States. A lot of the police, county sheriffs, all this shit, they don't like that shit, dude. They might just let the fucking people do what the fuck they want and be like, oh, sorry, that's too big of a crowd.
We don't have enough officers to come help you.
Yeah, because a lot of officers are fucking patriots, and they're probably thinking the same thing we are.
Around here, yes.
Too bad it's MGT.
Around here, yes, I did see of course, never mind. That's not even relevant. That's in San Francisco. San Francisco's, they've changed their patches to rainbows. Their cops have.
Dude, it's just a big show.
But that's just irrelevant because it's San Francisco. That's a fucking nut. That's a basket case over there as it is.
I wonder.
We don't tally them into the decisions the rest of us make. We'll get there. Dude, I gotta pee.
I do too. Pause. Yeah, but here, I'll give them preface. There's that one meme where you're only allowed to believe like the left only is allowed to believe like what is shown to them on the wall. Like it's the old Socrates. Was that Socrates or Marcus Aurelius that came up with that theory? You're only supposed to see like what we show you. That's like what the left does, and then the right dude, the dude on the right's like outside looking at everything. And that's the opposite of like what's happening right now. It's like if Biden or Kamala was in office right now and they wouldn't release the Epstein files, everybody on the left would be like, they don't need to release them. They don't need to release. You know they would. But on the right, everybody on the left is like, holy shit. They're questioning their own dude like, yo, what's up? I don't give a fuck if we're supposed to be MAGA or not. What the fuck is up? With this demonic raping children, pedophilic bullshit, dude. And then that tweet that I just showed you claims they may not even be real at this point.
Allegedly, Donald Trump is saying that
Hillary
the
Clinton
Epstein
made them.
Files were fabricated.
Why would she put her husband on there?
By
dude?
Hillary Clinton and the Biden administration.
And her husband was clearly on there, dude.
And
like bad.
She got heavy LOLs for putting her husband on there. And said, hey, Bill, look. and he just went, oh, honey.
Who told him to say that?
I don't.
Do you think he's just panicking right now? Like, what do I need to say?
He was shown something that was extremely detrimental to his reputation. It very well could be the picture that he doesn't want the internet to see. He was reminded, you're part of this.
Why would he put Hillary in that? And he knows Bill Clinton was there too. Hey, does he not? They think we're fucking stupid. On God, they do.
I don't even think they have an opinion of us, of the American people.
He's gonna get booed so bad wherever he goes next time.
I believe that they are so fucking disconnected. This is relating back to that meme you were just talking about the limited viewpoints. It sucks that it's been
They're like elites.
miscued into being left and right. These are people that have just succumbed to propaganda and the natural little things.
They are on the left and right. Because the ones on the right were the old Fox News boomers that were looking at my shirt like I was an asshole at Six Flags. And then you got the left wingers that are like blue-haired, blue no matter who, all that shit.
Well, it's an unfortunate reality that the entire system of politics, just like time, is a man-made construct. It's not perfect. It's not meant to be followed to a T. And the problem is we've allowed it to essentially guide our entire life.
And it involves psychology, too, because that's like the people that are on... We were talking about... See, you can connect like all these dots. The people that are on like antipsychotics and SSRIs, because they think you're only supposed to be feeling good like all the time. You're not.
Mm-mm.
That you change every day.
That's not how your brain grows.
And it changes every day. It could be a good day, a bad day. It could be they do this, I'm not backing them. They do this, okay, I like that. But it's like they want it. That literally is the definition of a cult, though, is it not? Where you believe them no matter what they fucking say.
Ideology and politics have been unfortunately made into religions for a lot of people. They've crafted their entire. They live for that ideology. They live for that political decision. They live for these politicians because they support values that they were told from the TV that they are supposed to support. They have just fell into the hole of listening to what the propaganda machine spits out, and it has unfortunately just been turned into politics.
An admission, I was big into that shit. Well, whenever I was young as hell, like, you know, you said you were too, like 14, 15 years old. You were like, oh shit, right wing, this is the way. You know, all that shit.
I was a very hardcore conservative when I was younger.
Yeah, me too.
I was very brick walls, my morals, everything that I think is right.
Then you start seeing, is that just growing older and wisdom and actually seeing shit for...
I think it's seeing more shit.
Like seeing shit for what it is?
Seeing more shit and having a slightly above base level IQ.
That...
I'm not flying high on the IQ charts, but I think that if you're just able to have an open mind...
Self-aware and actually thinking for your...
Just think about things.
Using your brain instead of saying whatever somebody else told you to say. Actually using your own brain.
Formulate your own opinion on the information you've been given, rather than running with this nugget of some information that might not be true, or
that so-and-so told you on Fox News or CNN.
Or is meant to have negative intentions. We want you to know this because it's, funny. It makes you mad. And it's just people fall into that.
Because I love psychology and I love reading people. And I think all the people that took pictures with me at Six Flags, they were really young. I think they were left-wing people being like, oh. And I didn't tell them. I was like, I almost wanted to be like, what's your politics? They'd probably be like, oh, yeah, I'm a Democrat. I love the left. And I'm like, yeah, I almost wanted to be like, yeah, your people are in on it too. And then I had the boomers, the old white dudes that were looking at my shirt like, yeah, motherfucker. And I'm like, little did all these people know, both of their parties are fucking in on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to see since the time we were kids.
And I had to wear this shit out in public, and especially in Atlanta, that's a great place to wear it. And I love reading people and like the psychology of people, and I'm like, both sides, it's like, oh, Democrats right now are like, oh, I love you, that shirt's awesome and all that shit. It's like, if you really knew what was going through my mind right now, you would be like, that dude is not on either side. He hates all of you.
Everything about it. The system, the people that support the system. Granted, I like my roads.
But do you think...
I like to drive around and do things.
Do you think social media, well, X in particular, and YouTube back in the day too, before it was censored, iFunny was real big about this shit too, about just like letting whatever be posted, real big on freedom of speech.
Until the Ukraine war started.
Yeah.
Because that's a Russian-owned app.
And then, I wonder if it's, I don't know to connect it if it's just because we just turned 25, fully developed brain. It's been coming for years. Did you feel this coming, like thinking for yourself, making your own opinions, where you're just like, I'm just going to call it like it fucking is? Is that basically, I don't know if it's just becoming 25, because there's people that are old as hell that still don't just make their own fucking opinions about everything.
I think a lot of people, and this is not a bad thing.
Or do you think it's being into basically reading it could be a lot of research too, because the founding fathers were like, yo, I love them, because they were like, we're just gonna, you do your own thing, mind your business, and nobody's gonna say two fucking words to you. You can say whatever the fuck you want, and it's like, okay, that's how I'll live. I'm gonna make my own fucking opinions, and I'll say them, and I ain't gonna give a shit. I don't know what it is.
It's the internet.
And like, But I'm talking about like some people get dragged into like that cult shit and like they're all into it. You know, the people that love talking about left wing politics, right wing politics. Nobody ever wants to talk about how the whole fucking thing is bullshit and full of shit. And whenever you try to talk to them about it, they're like, they can't refute it because they're like, deep down, they know it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Take this same situation. Back in the day when we were fighting for the tea out of our harbors and finally got out on our own. When did you hear something about the government?
Whenever they wanted to take your money and fund a war for themselves, they were doing the same. I heard a podcast today. You know, the India is like a British owned place. They were taking all their taxes, and Britain was going to war with everybody, and they were taking money and supplies and shit from India because they owned them. Our founding fathers seen that, by the way, like George, all the dudes, you know, the fucking dudes. You seen what happened to India? That's not happening here.
But yeah, I think
Canada folded.
I think it was the internet. The internet has really brought all of this stuff to be. It's right in front of us.
Not really.
It's right in front of you instantly.
There was Paul Revere.
Imagine reading the Constitution and your Bill of Rights.
But there was Paul Revere.
1776.
Paul Revere was like, the British are coming. Let's kick their fucking ass.
Yeah, and we did. And now we have these rules, these regulations. You're allowed
and
to
it's
just
been and there's
do.
been and time has passed.
So now we're all living by the same belief. Live independently. Do your own thing.
But some people don't want that to happen.
Imagine if we didn't have the internet and you didn't hear about this stuff. What would you be doing? You would be just living your life independently, doing your job.
Yeah, like the Amish.
Yeah. You wouldn't have a care in the world. Politics wouldn't even enter your brain. Ideologies wouldn't even enter your brain.
And you'd get pit. If the internet didn't exist, I wonder, dude, you'd be getting so pissed about how much money they're taking out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
Dude, they're taking our time, which we can never get back, which is how we get paid. We use our time and are using it to kill people all over the world, molest kids, fact, do demonic rituals and shit. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, this whole revolution thing might be a fucking thing with the or what is it?
If you take away the internet, you take away the distractions, and you get down to just your livelihood. The government's affecting your livelihood.
The shit I'm seeing on Twitter, I know you're seeing it too, dude. Motherfuckers are rising up big right now. And it's all due to Epstein. All due to Epstein, dude. They may not even be real. Why is Ghislaine... Does that not pass through his brain? Like, why is she in jail if none of that existed? Why, man, dude, if none of that existed, he would have just walked, he would have just been a free man. He would just be walking free, dude.
You know.
Shambles.
That she's probably not in prison.
She's in Club Fed, if anything. She like knits. I heard that she like knits all the stuff.
She probably sleeps in an unlocked room with a bathroom, and
you know,
she's just kind of there.
Speaking of
DoorDash coming bringing her food.
We just got off topic because you were onto something big about the founding fathers, 1776.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine you're living your life independently, out doing your own thing, but the government's still here, like taking your money, taking your livelihood. That's enough of a reason to stand up and do something.
If you were to bring the founding fathers back now, dude,
they're turning in their graves
right now. They'd be going, dude, are y'all not like that meme? Y'all are not stacking bodies by now.
We have tried. The American people have tried to live by what the Constitution and the Bill of Rights say for so long that we have let this mold.
See, it's going to be somebody. It's going to be somebody from our generation. I don't know who it is. They're alive right now. But seeing all this shit go on, somebody from our generation is for real going to be... You remember whenever... I hate to compare it to this, but like whenever Adolf took off. because they owed all that money after World War One, and they got basically forced into that war by the you-know-who, the broadcast heads.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking rose up, because he was in the war in the trenches during
Mm-hmm.
World War One, got out.
That's what gave him the iconic mustache.
He rose up and got his whole country fired up because they were getting fucked. And everybody rose up, dude. Somebody's going to fucking do that in America within the next 25 years. Somebody's going to fucking rise up and rally every fucking body to be like, yo, fuck all these people. We're done. I thought Trump was going to do it, dude. Tell all these other countries just fuck off. And he did not do it, dude. What a pussy. You know there's going to be that one dude, after seeing all this right now, he's going to be coming up just going, yo, it's them. Here's the evidence. And like one of those debates. It's going to be one of those dudes that's like on the end, and they're going to work their way all the way to the middle, and everybody's going to be like, yo, that's the dude.
He's going to be completely silent the entire time.
Not going to be silent. He's going to be sitting there going, yo, here's all the shit. You want to talk shit? I got the fucking files on you.
That's the biggest thing. The most important thing that you can do in a situation like that, if you're going to be that person that actually stands up and starts the fight, because you got to start the fight in this situation. Technically, no, I'm not going to say that then. I take that back. They've already started the fight.
And
they've already pissed us off.
They have their fucking thumb on us.
They've already pissed us off. They've already given us enough evidence and enough
It
fire.
may not even be real. Dude!
The most important thing a person like that can do in that situation, if you're going to stand up in front of the world and try to have that conversation, you need to be calm. You need to be collected. You need to have your shit together. You need to have anything and everything that you need to point to right in front of you. And you need to be locked in. Because if you lose your shit and you lose your cool and you start yelling and making random and just being part of the drama, you're not going to help anything. You're going to make yourself look like a fool.
Told you, dude. I'll be your fucking propaganda manager, dude. Not even a propaganda manager, the damn truth manager, dude. You said you get Grayson to be your damn
Head of security.
Head of security. We'll run a damn campaign. And that shit might fucking work.
You know what the biggest problem is with that?
What?
I don't want to.
Dude.
I don't want to do that.
I'd love to do that shit. I would love... I don't know if I'd want to be the main dude.
Those who want the power need not the power.
I would not want to be the main dude. I would just want to be the dude that be like, look, here's what you need to say because I've done the research. Here's all the shit. I'm going to give you the paper. We got this. Because if you're going to fucking get in these people's face and fucking expose everything and be like, yo, fuck you, you got to fucking rip their fucking face off. You got to expose every fucking thing. I just want to be the dude to just be like, look, here's what we got to do. Here's the shit. Study this. We're going to go over it together. You got this. This is what we're doing. And it would fucking work, dude. Because we've watched this shit for years, dude. And I've listened to fucking 6 hours of podcasts every fucking day. I've got all the shit locked down. I've done research for years over this shit.
Metaphorically speaking, if I were to be in that position, I don't think that I would ever leave the White House.
You'd have to. Because you'd have to have meetings with everybody. You'd have to go all over the world. You'd have to go talk shit.
You come to my office, motherfucker.
Yeah, that would actually be good because you could be like, hey, we're cutting you off.
You come to my office, you talk to me. And it's not the other countries that I'm worried about. It's the people running this one that I would have to fight.
We're going to be battling
on two fronts
with the CIA,
other nations and our own.
The CIA, NSA, the military-industrial complex, the mainstream media, all that shit. But the mainstream media will be gone by the time you're...
By the time that gets here, they'd be
it'll
dissolved.
Be Twitter.
All but non-existent.
It'll be YouTube and memes. If you're not getting your news from memes right now...
I had a meme here.
It's not real news.
I lost it in my stack. It just
literal.
Says everything. Man, does it say it all.
If he had that meme of Patrick, just another $250 billion for Israel, it really does just say it all. Why did they?
20 people died in the flash flood. Ted Cruz, just another 250 billion.
Why would he do that? With all the shit going on right now, does he not have his
bought and paid for?
He doesn't
just
have
like,
his thumb on the pulse. Everybody hates him. Well, he is in Texas, and he's probably in some district where you're not going to lose if you're on the right. And how about this? I don't know. We probably said this last time. How about term limits for the House and the Senate?
Oh yeah, yeah. We talked about that. We
That needs to
we
happen.
need that.
Yes.
We need that.
They'll never pass it because they work there.
Yeah, yeah. That's the problem. The people we're trying to limit are the ones that actually have to sign it into law.
And why is it all geezed? They're so geezed, dude. They get wrecked every day. It's like Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, dude. He got stuck. His stepbrother came in there and banged him, dude.
They cannot catch a fucking break, but they are so disconnected. You know, like when they make an X post, that's not them. That's a social media team.
And they all say the same thing.
They all say the same thing.
And then somebody screenshots it and just goes, look at this.
Yeah.
This was like an email they got where it says we're all posting
Their
this.
social media team runs the account. So anytime something comes up that's bad or is exposing them, they don't ever hear about it because their social media team is like, oh, we can't tell them that. Like, oh, we don't say this. We only say the good things because we don't want to throw them off. These are just old people that are just stuck and trying to do their.
Here's the difference, though. You know, JD definitely pays attention to this shit.
Yeah.
He's probably like, that he hasn't said shit, dude, since he's.
JD and Trump are probably one of the only two that actually know what they're saying and actually post it themselves because Trump is big on that. Was it Truth Social?
Yes.
So, like, he's making his own post on there. He probably knows what's going on. JD probably pays attention to it because he's sitting there on the couch with his kids scrolling on X.
He's probably like,
but the rest of these people are just, like, living in this disconnected bubble in their ivory towers, just thinking they are their shit don't stink and they're doing the best things on the planet and they're making themselves unbelievably rich.
You know Ted Cruz pays attention to it.
I think he does because he did post a pretty good meme that day that he was talking to
He was
Tucker.
getting wrecked. Yeah, but dude, Tucker wrecked him.
Oh, yeah. He got his asshole punched in.
And then he posted that meme.
He posted that picture
and then
of
all the comments are
the
just...
bridge guy from the Holy Grail.
All the comments are just...
What is the terminal velocity of an unladen swallow?
And you know he probably has a million comments under whatever his most recent post is of just the Patrick meme, another 250. Yeah. He's wrecked, dude.
Yeah.
He's probably like, what the fuck? These motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Dude,
yeah, no,
because
it's stupid.
You were never supposed to get on to Israel. They're our greatest ally.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's kind of just waking up and saying, yo, how about fuck off?
Going in trillions of dollars of debt just to cover y'all's asses.
And we're still sending money to fucking Ukraine.
Like,
Oh my god.
y'all are printing
dude.
this money to cover your own ass.
And devaluing my dollar that I fucking worked my ass off for. Dude.
There it is. And it doesn't stop.
No.
It doesn't stop.
Well, they're just allegedly there's a violent revolution coming.
We'll see.
You know, they say that quote by Ari Shaffir I told you about last week where he says the only way you change your government is through violence. And the dude interviewing him's like, what? And he's like, all around the world, he's like, our government does it. The CIA, they want somebody new in office. There's a fucking civil war that they started.
Mm.
And a new guy gets in.
They start the fire and then come in dressed as firemen.
And put their guy in to say, hey, you do as we say. Oh my God, dude.
And here I am just trying to not get angry about an O-ring on my pool pump that's not sealing.
Man,
If that shows you how big my problems get.
the damn house on wheels, dude. I get nasty as fuck, dude. My boogers are black as hell in that truck.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I smell like sweat and fucking... I smell like basically B.O. I fucking put a ton of deodorant on, but it's so hot outside. It don't do nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I smell like sweat. After I get off work, I smell like sweat and just diesel every time I get off work. And then you got these pussies out here in fucking suits trying to tell me, oh, you're supposed to suck Israel off. Motherfucker, man, I'm out here in the rain, sweat, rain, and it's hot as fuck out here, and you're going to tell me I need to give a fuck. And I work my ass off. By the time I get off work, I'm distraught.
Well, you probably got rained on pretty good today.
A little bit. But I'm just saying, we sit out here, work our fucking dicks in the dirt. And then you're going to have some fucking politician tell me, oh, we're going to send your money to go fucking kill people. Motherfucker, I wish you were in front of me. I'd beat the fuck out of you, dude. You pussy-ass bitch in your fucking suit. I don't give a fuck if you're left or right, dude. I'm a fucking working goddamn blue-collar dude. And you're going to tell me you're going to send my fucking money somewhere? I'll beat your fucking ass. They're going to need a chili ice pack, dude, for their left eye, dude. These fucking politicians are. I wish if I ever seen Ted Cruz, I'd go, yo, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit.
And he'd probably just shake his head and say, yeah, I heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Keep doing his thing.
Fucking pussy.
Violence.
Exactly.
You need violence. I can see his point on that one. Because, you know, they're not going to stop. There's too much skin in the game.
Yeah, because AIPAC gave him fucking $2 million goddamn dollars to run his
10.
campaign. You
They've
fucking
all got
pussy.
way too much skin in the
Why
game.
do these people fold like a goddamn piece of paper, dude? Is that all it is to them? But just, oh, I'm getting paid. Oh, and I'm getting these 14, 13-year-old girls.
Pray for Israel. $9.55 has been deposited
Dude,
into your account.
They've all exposed themselves. They're so cooked, dude. They're so cooked. Dude,
I'm just going to start saying pray for Israel and see if I start getting paid. Just randomly start getting deposits.
Dude, Israel, if you send us, if you just start paying us to do this podcast a ton of money, we will just do pure Israel propaganda. Dude.
Absolutely.
I would not fold. I'm not, Jesse.
Absolutely.
I'm not with you. I would not fold. I wouldn't give a fuck.
You're supposed to say that you are. That way we can start getting paid, and then we can just say, ah!
I'm not doing
Pull
that.
your pants down.
I have too much integrity, dude. If this shit does blow up, I wonder if they would ever try to pay us to keep our fucking mouth shut. Because Tim Dillon said that
doubt
shit
it.
6 months ago.
I doubt we would have to get as big as Joe Rogan.
Tim Dillon said that shit 6 months ago. His videos get like 400,000 views on YouTube. He was like, people are trying to fucking pay me to keep my fucking mouth shut. And he's like, dude, I make enough fucking money. You gonna pay me? And then he went into the whole thing about, I can't keep my fucking mouth shut, dude. I gotta tell the truth. He's like, I can't be. Basically, he was saying, I can't be fake.
I gotta tell it like I see it, motherfucker.
He was basically on there just going, I can't be fake, dude. I gotta just tell. Because I could. You might be able to. I couldn't. Because I would just start popping the
No,
fuck
of course
off.
I couldn't. Of course I couldn't. But it sure would be funny to get that first 100,000 from them and be like, ah!
It was like Tim Pool. Wasn't he getting paid by like Russia?
Yeah.
Like some kind of Russian company?
Yeah. I used to like him too. I used to love when he would go live and I get to like listen to what today's news was because I thought, damn, this guy's got some good shit.
Jones might be the only one. Tucker's a beast. Steve Bannon's on. He's on my fucking radar, being like, I don't know. Sean Ryan, I'm sketched by him. I like what he says a lot, but some of his shit is. I'm like, is this just propaganda for the military? But Tucker is in fucking beast mode right now. I don't know what got into his crawl. It might have been that Epstein shit where he finally just said, dude, I know. Because in that speech, he was like, I know a lot of these fucking people. And I lived in Washington for 30-something years. And he was the one where he was like, I know that Epstein worked for fucking Mossad, Israel, intelligence. In that speech last night, he ain't giving a fuck no more. And it sketches me out because I'm like, dude, is this just the paranoid brain where it's like, is this just, what is it called? You're making like a straw man, and is he just actually in on it too? But I don't know. Jones crying and throwing up. That dude, Greg Reese.
It's all a distraction.
That dude, Greg Reese, used to work for Jones. That he was just on war mode. And he was like, yeah, I worked for Alex Jones for 2 years. And because everybody's always wondered, like, is that an act that he does, or is that like actually him? And Greg Reese worked for him for 2 years, and he's like, that's him. He's like, that motherfucker is just, that's him.
He certainly is a character. Every time I see him, just I'm like, yeah, you're on to something.
Been on to it for years, dude. Dude, Hillary Clinton just made up the
Made the Epstein files. According to Trump.
Dude. What?
I'd like to see his bank account right now.
Dude, what? What does that even mean? That doesn't even make any sense.
It's not supposed to.
That was like just a random statement
They're setting up mirrors and throwing smoke grenades. That's all they're doing.
that everybody's just looking through like, what?
What are you doing?
Dude,
I don't know.
His reputation is going to be fucking ruined by that
It
shit.
already is.
Yeah. Unless he
Yeah.
releases them.
Nah. Even with all this backlash and people going, what? It's just, they're just going to keep rolling. They're just going to keep fucking rolling.
It was this one.
Fucking crazy that it extends to hurricane relief.
And one more case of just how crazy this is, because it's not just people who are advocates of Palestine. I wasn't even going to talk about Palestine when I gave this lecture, when I was going to give this lecture. This happened to hurricane relief workers in Texas after Hurricane Harvey. They could not get money for infrastructure unless they signed this pledge, unless they signed a contract pledging that they would not boycott Israel.
Why does that have anything to do with hurricane relief?
It's anything. It's any state contractors in any of these states.
So any state contractor has to sign this thing saying you can never boycott Israel.
And you can never advocate.
And that's the only way you can get money from the state.
Right.
What? That is so bananas. That's so fucking crazy that
Isn't
it
it
extends
amazing?
to hurricane.
What?
Why? You gonna tell us why?
Dude. What the fuck, dude? So you can't get relief funds.
You cannot get state appropriated funds unless you sign an agreement to not say anything against Israel.
Epstein's got his fingers, and Mossad has got their fingers in everything, dude. They got their fingers in everything. They own our country, dude. I swear to God they do. I'm about to get pissed because that's fucked up.
Don't do that. The Holler is for peace.
For now, until Mossad comes after us if the cast blows up.
Hey, look, as far as I'm concerned, it's not my problem until it's on my property.
Don't worry. They'll use their weather machine to just blow the house over.
Wouldn't that be some shit? I'll just move all of my stuff and set it back up. Just have the house on the side. I'll use the floor as a wall. Have to jump up into the bedrooms.
You know they said
Never give in.
you know they said what was that shit about who's that?
It's racing. Hang on.
Put him on speaker.
Yo. Okay. Sound like he was deflating a tire.
What was that shit? Mountain Strong. Tennessee wore it on their helmets whenever, and it went through North Carolina, the hurricane. All that shit that got destroyed, they said there was lithium underneath the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a lithium deposit, and the government come in and said, hey, we'll buy up all your houses and buy up all this land because we really want to get in there and mine this. And they all said no. And they said, okay. And ironically, that hurricane went right up the path of that lithium deposit. And guess what? They come in and bought all the land.
Whenever we were young, like 2012, 2013, I happened to cross a YouTube video, HHARP, HARP.
Mm-hmm.
That was in like 2012. You know they got that shit by now.
Yeah. Yeah, DARPA has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know what DARPA is.
DARPA is, I think, the organization that owns
I've heard that name, but
this technology. They're big in Antarctica, down at the bottom. Got a big grid set up down there that's doing some shit. Supposed to monitor like geographical.
You see that Korean dude? He just went and flew over Antarctica and got arrested, and is going to get put in jail for like 60 years.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
there's parts of the Grand Canyon you're not even allowed to. They'll put you in prison.
Why? Dude, there's shit out there.
I don't know.
What was that? Paul Stamets was on Joe Rogan the other day, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been disconnected. I haven't listened to a podcast in weeks.
I listened to that Paul Stamets one. He was talking about the one around 200,000 years ago, the stoned ape theory, where the human brain like tripled in size.
Because I think they found psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll wait till after. Because I get pretty sure I got some on the way.
The biggest thing for me is just why?
Because they're evil. They worship Satan. They want death and destruction, and they're collecting the loosh because they might be reptilian humanoids if you really think about it. They're unfeeling, uncaring. There's no telling how old the earth is. There's no telling how long we've been here. There's no telling what other species could be here, because our feeble minds just can't understand the vastness of the fucking universe and how good shit, like how good technology could actually be. We don't even know how fucking old this place is. Who knows? Who knows, dude? You see these new telescopes? That other one that just found out that the universe is, again, just way older than fucking...
Yeah,
what
the
it's-
James Webb.
Dude,
That fucker is looking past everything they thought we could see.
they're like, oh shit, we were wrong again. Every time. They're like, that's not supposed to be like that.
Not supposed to be there.
Yeah, dude. It's called God, guys. Neil eats ass Tyson, dude. Get a grip.
No, he's too busy sitting at the computer that you need the code off of.
And it involves psychology and involves all this shit. It involves, at the end of the day, you've said this whole time, we're never going to get to the bottom of this.
No.
And motherfuckers think we are. No. It can't it's never going to happen, dude. We're never going to get to the bottom of none of this shit.
Even the most proven scientific evidence
It's just a theory.
is just theoretical.
And
You may have a lot of evidence, and it very well may work and be true and do all that, but at the end of the day, there's still more stuff about this one thing you think you've got figured out that you don't even know exists yet.
Does it not fuck you up whenever you hear somebody talk about like space, shit like that? And like they think they know, they got their theory of fucking everything. You walk outside at night with your own two eyes and you look up at the sky and you see the moon there and you see all the fucking stars in the sky and you just go, I don't think I know any fucking thing. Literally, dude.
Yeah. It's spooky.
Like just seeing that big ass rock, just the big old white rock, and you see this. It's like, dude, and all the little dots all over.
And every single one of those dots is a big ball of fire, just like we got. That's got a bunch of other planets going around it, just like we got.
And that's the only ones where light has actually made it here for us to see.
We can't see that. We can't go there. We don't know what's there. We can't zoom in that far.
And then you got people
Right.
out here going, "Oh, that's 77 million light years away." You fuck off,
Yeah.
dude. What the
Fuck
fuck
off.
are you talking about?
That's so damn big. That's what kills me about this whole James Webb thing, though. They're looking out past our observable universe. start pointing that motherfucker at planets around these stars that we can see. Just start pointing it at planets and let's see if we can see something. You're looking past everything.
There was that one dude, he's been, most recently, over the past 2 years, every 45 minutes, we've been getting like some kind of radio signal from him. Every 45 minutes that goes by, we're getting like some kind of radio signal. And it's not close, but it's like close enough to where it's like, oh, if we send them something back, it'll get there in like, say like 6 years. But if we start sending it to now, 6 years from now, they'll be like, oh, doot, what's going on here?
Start pointing some cameras at that. Let's see what's out there in that general direction. Start pointing it
We're
at
not
planets.
gonna make it, dude.
Start pointing it at planets.
It's too, my feeble brain can't do it, dude.
Oh, it's impossible to comprehend.
Because I don't think we're never gonna make it. AI, I don't know, dude. AI might be able to help us like invent shit. And you know, like the quantum computers combined with AI, where they say like the quantum computers are taking information from
other dimensions.
Yeah, like other dimensions and other universes, and being like, oh, this is how you
That's
solve
how
this
they
problem.
compute it so fast.
Yeah.
Like something that would take millions of years for a computer nowadays to crack, and it does it in a couple of minutes.
Was it you that I was talking to you about? The band of light that we can see is like this.
Yeah, our visible spectrum is,
And then
the spectrum is like,
yes.
Yeah.
It's like huge.
we get this one little itty bitty chunk in the center. That's all we get.
There could be like shit walking around us right now we wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I don't have photoreceptors and infrared eyesight. There very well could be anything going on around you right now. This planet could be inhabited by something that we just don't possess the organs to detect.
Our eyes just can't see
It's
it.
not there. We were not made, we were not designed to see these things.
And then you just see the shit that is at the bottom of the ocean. And then, like methane-based life.
Mm.
That's another crazy one to me, where it's like, oh, it doesn't have to be like all water and oxygen.
Yeah, it doesn't all have to be carbon.
It could be methane, all kinds of different shit.
Don't like that.
Dude, there ain't no telling. And that's the thing. A lot of these people, like Trump right now, I hope he ain't one of those dudes that's like, oh, I know everything. I know I'm going to get out of this. Because if you think that way, you're not going to get out of it.
No, you're digging your own hole.
And that's literally might be like, it relates to like the whole Buddhism thing, where it's like you just got to, don't think about the past, the future, to live right now. Where it's like, what do I need to do right now? Don't, all that shit.
No. You can't let yourself be, and we're all guilty of it.
I heard somebody explain depression and anxiety like that, where it's like depression is you're thinking about the past too much. Anxiety is you're worried about the future too much.
Mm.
Where you just need to be like right now. Like you need to worry about you can worry about both, but don't.
You need to have a little chunk of both to make balanced decisions.
But don't go into the holes.
Don't full force into both of you or either one of them.
And that's one thing that I've been trying to teach people. Because I told my cousin, I ain't seen Callie since. I told Scotty, I was like, look, because she's still going to like she was going to like therapy and shit, and like was still like trying to get there. I was like, look, everybody's, and my cousin, my older cousin Courtney agrees, but she's like 30, and I've also talked to her a lot throughout my entire life, so I'm pretty sure she's similar to my wavelength. I was like, look, everybody's fucked up in their own way. You're never gonna get to the bottom of it. Don't take chemicals that fucks your brain up.
Yeah, don't cause permanent damage for a temporary issue.
Yeah. I was like, you're going to have good days, bad days. You're never going to get to the bottom of it. You're never going to feel good.
Full of dopamine all the time.
Yeah. You're just going to be that's life. That's life, dude. It is what it is, basically. It's like, you'll be good, bad,
You'll figure it out.
Don't think about
That's
it.
the point. You're supposed to just figure it out.
You're never going to, but it is what it is. But I know what you're talking about.
I mean that in the sense of navigating through it.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. You'll navigate through it. You'll get yourself through it.
And that brings up like synchronicities and like trying to manifest your own shit. Is where it's like, once you get past that, you're never going to figure it out. Part of where you're like, whenever you're like 18, 19, 20, I think I'm fast tracked my sister past this shit already, by the way. Man, it must be good to have an older brother. I've fast tracked her past that bullshit because I've already told her, I was like, you're never going to figure it out. It's day by day, but you're trying to calculate the right decision at the right time, what you're doing. The thing is, whenever you're that young, your emotions get a hold of you a lot worse. You don't know how to. Either you are ignorant to the fact that you can, like, control them and be, I guess you could say, like, mature about it. But whenever you're that young, you can just let that shit take over, and you can make bad decisions.
Yeah. You can fall into the trap of living in your emotions pretty bad. And it will take over your life.
And it can get you in a fucked up situation.
Yeah, the biggest part about growing up is you learn how to filter that a little bit.
Happened to me.
You learn how to balance. Okay, stop. I don't need to be bitching. I don't need to be this mad about this. Man.
And once you get old enough, you can kind of start manipulating it, and like manipulating other people's.
I can make myself have a good day.
I can't do that.
No, I can make if I wake up and I'm just not having it. I'm just not having it. The drive to work is usually enough time for me to kind of just kickstart and rewind my mind enough, to make myself have a good day. And just have a different outlook for the day. So you can do it. I know you can.
Just hit them with the old one of those days. But I just hate seeing people. I think SSRIs and psychologists that say like, oh, you need this pill to make you feel better or like do all this shit, that's black magic to me.
There's no doubt in my mind that having a chemical imbalance of the brain is and can be a real situation. There are some minds.
I swear to God, I have one.
Whether it be genetic or life fueled or diet fueled or anything that you've got going on in your life, it is possible to have a chemical imbalance of your brain.
We all have one.
That something such as a pill could fix. Yes.
No.
But it's not meant to be relied on permanently.
You're not even supposed to do that. You're supposed to. That's the whole point of life is you take this. This is yours, your brain. You tell it what to do. It doesn't tell you what to do. You don't need a pill.
You've been blessed with a functioning mind. You don't know what it's like to have a chemical imbalance.
I do. I love Adderall.
I don't think that's a chemical imbalance.
They say if you love Adderall, you have ADHD. And that's even if ADHD is even real. We can get into that where it's like they say you have ADHD whenever you're in school, but that's because you're doing the most boring shit of all time, and you're like, I'm not interested in this. But whenever you do get interested in something, you're like, oh shit, you're all into it.
Yeah.
See,
yeah, I've heard that theory.
It makes sense because all Adderall is just meth. One chemical or like one molecule off from meth. And I'm like, damn, no wonder everybody loves it. But I don't know. Dude, there's no way. These chicks are blessed and have had everything given to them. Like, they don't have to really struggle for nothing. Callie definitely does.
Stress themselves out over their own thoughts, and that creates just a shitload of cortisol all the time.
Thinking about your own thoughts. Can't they just get over?
You stress yourself out. Your body creates cortisol when you're stressed. That's the stress chemical. Beer makes it too. Stresses you out. That's what causes inflammation.
Shit, beer cures overthinking and shit.
In the act of consuming. But have you ever noticed after a heavy day of drinking, you're fucking fried the next day, and you're just
Next day, after you wake up the next day and you're ready for work, you got that like post-traumatic, like post-stress, like
you are full of cortisol.
you're like, I need to do something good today.
You are stressed. Your body and your mind is stressed because you're full of cortisol.
Yeah, and you're like, and you actually go work your ass off that day because you're like, I need to fucking do something good.
Just sweat this out of my system and feel productive because I'm stressed. I need to get this out of my system.
Yeah,
That's cortisol. And unfortunately, if you let your emotions guide you most of your life and you stress yourself out about that, you're just constant in this never-ending cortisol loop. You're stressed all the fucking time.
you can fix that though.
You can.
But if you just take over this thing.
You can. But we've, not us, but the American people have been led to believe that the pill will do it for you.
Dude.
The pill will do it for you.
They haven't heard enough stoicism YouTube videos. Where it just pisses me off too because it's like that's your brain. And that's you going to a doctor and a doctor being like, "Oh, you're fucked up." Dude, and that must just be new generation shit because I hate to say it, but our dads would be like, if we were like, dude, I'm fucked up, I need to go to a psychologist or therapist because my brain's fucked up, our dads would look at us and be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Are you fucking pussy or something, dude? Goddamn, that's just life, you retard.
You sissy.
They would,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, they're right because they probably had to go through way worse. And that's the other thing. You know, people that have to go through way worse shit than me or you or them ever have to fucking go through. And they think they have to go to a fucking psychologist to go get on a pill to make their brain work right. There's motherfuckers out here that are fucking barely goddamn making it and they ain't on shit. And they're just trying to fucking survive. They're just like working every day. Come on.
Doing their shit.
Let's
Day
go.
in, day out.
Meanwhile, you got these fucking rich ass fucking college girls. Oh, my brain's fucked up. God damn, dude, it pissing me off. It's true.
It is. It is an unfortunate reality.
Bitch, you ain't never had to struggle for nothing, dude. If you were in my head for one day, dude, you'd probably fucking shoot yourself in the head.
I think you run a little high on the RPM scale.
I do.
You know.
It's probably just what I fucking do for a living too. It rubs off on like everything.
In and out. All day.
Driving. Captain of the ship. Nobody, no boss.
All day.
No boss.
And then
That's another thing I think that's going to fuck with my psychology for the rest of my life. Having no boss, basically, just you're on your own.
Mm.
I thought about leaving my job last week, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, if I was working with other people, I just probably wouldn't even talk to them, and I would be looked at as like the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Because if anything, I would just do my job and be like, bye, I'm going home.
That's what you got to do everywhere. You got to do that shit everywhere.
I'm just saying, dude.
You do it because you got to, and you go the fuck home. That part of the day, that part of your life needs to just stay there. And
Yeah.
then when you get home, that one in there got me onto that. She said, stop bringing work home with you. Trust me. Because I was bringing home bad. I was living at work when I was at home. I was bringing it home. And she was like, you just got to stop. And I was just like, okay. And I stopped. I like to talk about work when, like, you know, we're doing this. I like to tell stories.
But that's different with my dad because we work at the same place and he
Yeah.
owns the business. So me and him
You
talk
have a
about like
different dynamic.
me and him have to talk. Me and him actually bounce ideas off of each other. Like, what should we do next?
Yeah.
What would be best next with all that
Where
shit?
can we add grease in this machine to make it run better?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a different dynamic than I do. Like, my dad and I both do HVAC in some element.
And you get to go to work, do your job, and go the fuck home.
Go do it, come home, don't bring it home. When it's story time, of course, still tell stories like sitting on fucking roof for a week. Did that. Cool, fun, out of town, cool, did that. Get the week out of the way, have story time, but don't like live at work while you're at home.
That's all that shit is. See, that's why this shit needs to blow up, because that's all FedEx is. 24/7, 7 days a week. You know that's why they say like postman. Have you ever heard like going postal?
Going postal, yeah.
Where they just go,
fucking crazy.
Holy shit, it never ends. Which is what's hilarious about it. You just walk in the next day and you're like, the whole shit's blown out of the water again, dude. What a day.
That picture you sent me the other day of everything just piled into your fucking truck.
Dude.
You were like, what the fuck?
And my dad being the business owner, because he gets paid for all the shit, like all 6, 7 trucks on the line. He's like, man, I just hit the lottery. Or not the lottery. I just hit the fucking slot machine. It just all comes down the fucking belt. And I'm like, dude, fuck you, dude.
Oh, what a mess.
It is a mess over there.
What a mess.
If those walls could talk, they would scream, dude.
They'd be fucking yelling.
But speaking of work, our turnover rate over there never been this bad. I've worked there 5 years.
Y'all have had a ridiculous
It's never
turnover.
been this bad, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Because the work over there is getting fucking ridiculous. Like, I blame it on, I started whenever COVID was in like that. I was 21, and I started during like whenever COVID was like doing its thing. And it was packed, and that's why I got hired, because FedEx went to, while everybody else got 2 weeks off, they added a day, because it was just Monday through Saturday. They added Sunday, because we're getting so much
Everybody's
shit.
at home, still getting paid, buying shit.
Yeah.
We got to go.
And then that ended, and I don't think people ever stopped. Fucking just after COVID, they never stopped ordering shit. And it's just getting worse. My route, the day I was off on Wednesday, I went to Six Flags, the busiest day of the week, and I sent you that meme. What did I miss?
What did I miss? Yeah.
My
On my
route-
way back to work.
They had to split my route in half, the McKee route all the way over to back to the interstate.
Yeah.
It had, I usually average 150, 160 stops from my route. Usually averages like probably like 270, 280. I have like 2 little car drivers that take all my small shit.
Yeah.
My route that day, I was off on Wednesday, which is the heaviest day of the week. It was, it averaged like 390 something stops that day. They had to split it between 2 big trucks. And I was just like, oh well, dude. I was in Six Flags.
Get shit on.
I got the biggest route over there at our contract. And I about quit, and he about shit his pants. And he capitulated and put me in a box truck and gave me a raise. Man, ain't that awesome how that works, to where if you're a great employee, they just have to kiss your fucking ass.
It's nice when you got somebody by the nuts.
Yeah, it's awesome. It works like every time. If you work your ass off for real, to all the people out there, if you work your ass off, there will be a time where you can say, hey, give me more money, and do as I say. And they'll have to do it. But you got to choose your times when you do it. Choose the time whenever you're really...
There has to be tact.
Choose the time whenever you're... what's it called? That picture you sent me, or that meme you sent me of Biden going like, oh, we're short-staffed. Choose a time whenever you're really short-staffed and everybody's at their wits' end. Say, hey, but be pissed about it too. Put on an act even if you ain't pissed. Be like, I'm fucking pissed. I'm about to quit. I need a raise, and put me and like ask for whatever else you need to ask for, and they'll have to give it to you. Works every time.
Wait until everybody's at their cracking point and then go crack them.
And like wait till like you're real short staffed, because we had those 2. That one dude just straight up walked off. The other dude's 2 weeks ended. We were real short staffed, and then I went ahead and just went raise, put me back in a box truck, got them both.
Hell yeah.
Wait, like you said, tact. I was like,
Gotta
okay,
have tact.
they'll
Gotta
have to give it to me.
timing. and you got to come to them with the right tone. Look,
My tone, I was kind of pissed, dude. I told you, I was about ready to beat his ass because I told you I had like tears in my eyes. I was so pissed.
yeah,
I was like, dude, fuck. I don't ever get like that, dude.
Well, you were getting shafted, bad.
And I was thinking about it for months.
Yeah, you were getting shafted,
And now I got
you
it.
Let
and
it
I'm
simmer for a bit, and you got mad.
That's what happens to dudes because dudes don't ever say shit. Because as a man, you're not supposed to bitch.
You're not supposed to cause waves. You're supposed to be the wave stopper.
You're supposed to be like, okay. But then the shit just piles up and up and up. And then one day,
I'm only so tall, I can't stack bricks this high.
a man can only be stoic for so long, dude. Where one day you just walk in and you just go, all right, I got my nukes. I've saved all this shit that I've done. Because I laid out all the shit I've done. Because as a dude.
You've bit your tongue so many times, you got a jar full of pieces of your tongue. You're fixing to dump it out on the table.
As I like to say, you got the nukes. Basically, and you're like, okay, I'm about to drop them. And I'm going to get what I want. So you have to piss me off. Because I hold my tongue a lot. And you have to piss me off to a point to where I'm like, okay, the nukes are about to fall. Fuck it. We're hitting the damn red button.
DEFCON 1.
We're hitting the red button. Nuked them. And damn it. Lo and behold, it worked.
I only have one instance that I ever said, well, I wasn't even mad. I was just going to leave. I had been offered higher pay somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to take a week off and contemplate this decision because I'm genuinely considering this offer. My plan was to just burn all my PTO, take a week off, and then start at the new place. But I told them, I'm going to contemplate this for a week.
Tact.
I got a text from the boss the next day. You would have me by the balls because you're handling all the TVA stuff. I'll match what he's offering you. And I went, okay.
Dude, just do it again.
I'm going, it's on the radar because raise season is coming.
Mm-hmm.
June, July has been when we got our raises every year since I started working here. We'll see what they do for me. And if it ain't up to par,
Yeah. Have all the nukes
you're
ready.
going to walk in Monday morning, there's going to be a folded up, nice, crisp white letter on your desk. I ain't going to say shit. I've had my 2 weeks notice typed and saved on my laptop since the day I started.
I'm never doing a 2 weeks ever again in my life.
I like to scare them.
I don't do that.
I like to scare them.
I scare them with, I'm leaving today. Bye.
Yeah.
I've people talk about your permanent record. I've walked out of like 4 jobs in my life where I just straight up those were like restaurant jobs though.
Yeah.
What? No, I straight up no call, no showed IBEW NABCO.
Fuck yeah.
I just was just fed up with it. I was just like, dude, this shit's ass. Those motherfuckers in the union are so goddamn lazy, and I'd work so hard because if I'm at work, I like doing something. They'd be like,
I can't. I
don't-
struggle being idle at work.
They'd be like, man, we get paid by the hour, man. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this for forever. I'm not, like you said, I'm wired where I'm like, okay,
Had you stuck with it, you quickly would have worked your way up into like a team lead. Where you just kind of, you're all over the job site all fucking day, making sure that everything's going. But you're not having to be right next to those guys and trying to work with them. I think had you stuck with it, you could have made something of it.
Yeah.
But getting through that initial hurdle of being part of the fucking crew.
Fucking bullshit,
Yeah.
dude.
I've seen several dumbasses in my adventures with the unions.
And they're sitting there going, we get paid by the hour, man. It's like, dude, let's get this shit the fuck
I
done.
tell you, the most irritating thing to me is like, there's a table. Well, I need.
And don't you feel like whenever you go to work, do you get that, what's it called? You get the euphoria if you worked your ass off that day.
Yeah,
Like,
you accomplish something.
after you get off work, you're like, damn, I did fucking something today. I feel good.
A hard day's work is enough to produce some, what do they call it, endorphins?
Yeah, where you're like, damn, I feel
you
good.
get a good hit of endorphins. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got something done today. I put myself in a good spot.
You can go home and you can be like, I'm proud of myself.
I put
done
myself
it
in a
great.
good spot. Now I can go home and chill.
Yeah.
Love those days. I love those days when I've already got my day planned out and I know what I'm going to do and I accomplish it on time the way I had it planned out. And then I'm like, going to the house. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, I'm good.
Killed it.
Like,
Yeah.
done. I'm going home early. Fuck yeah. Hell, that's what Grayson and I just did on Friday. Worked our ass off. Sweating wet every day. Wet. I come home soaking fucking
On that
wet.
roof.
Every fucking day I come home.
Was it a
wet.
white roof?
Yeah. Bright as fuck.
Blind as hell.
Hot as hell.
You have sunglasses?
Yeah, forgot them 2 days in a row. Grayson did too. Well, no, he forgot them one day. Just on this roof, pulling wire in the building. There's no airflow in the building except for these big ass fans that are just. There's plumbers and electricians wandering around on lifts and ladders, and it's dirty and it's hot, wet, all fucking day. We crunched that shit out. Friday morning, we had one thing to do: wire up a unit. Takes about 3-4 hours if you're taking your time. Got that shit done. Gone. It's like 11 o'clock. Gone.
Paid for 8 hours.
Gone.
Beast.
And it was good. Get a phone call. Hey, y'all are going to do that other school next week. They're hanging all the outdoor units on the side of the building. We got to go wire them up.
That's what kills me, though, dude. It's like, how do some people, and it was a lot of like the older dudes that have been in the union for a while. What is up with that shit where they're like, oh man, we get paid by the hour and we're just going to do this little of work today and just drag the shit out. I can't do shit like that, dude.
Working at TVA, it's a lot like that because it's
Dude.
all union.
I heard that shit where you got to do paperwork and you got to go slow. They
Work
got to approve
permits,
everything. Yeah, all that
Lockout,
shit.
tag out, all this shit you got to do. And then it takes the electricians 3 days to run some conduit for you.
Yeah.
They do one little section at a time. Like, all right, today we're hanging the disconnect. Tomorrow we'll put the conduit from the disconnect up into the power line.
When it could just be all done in like one day.
Yeah, you could get that done in 3 hours. Like,
Didn't they build the Empire State Building in like fucking 8 months?
fuck, I don't know.
Yes.
I wasn't around.
I heard some shit about they built the Empire State Building in like 8 months.
If
and
you-
it was just dudes not wearing no harnesses or nothing, just fucking.
If you cut the fucking red tape out of the way and let your guys work and pay them well for what they're doing, they're going to come to work motivated every fucking day because they're getting paid well. Their home life is good.
Dude,
And they'll work their ass off.
you know, the trash dudes in Philadelphia and I think Massachusetts right now, they went on strike.
I seen that.
And it's like,
I seen that. There's like Connex boxes
It's like,
full of
hey.
shit sitting on the side of the road.
give them whatever the fuck they want. They're getting the trash out.
Yeah.
Give them whatever the fuck. Look, I ain't a communist or nothing, but the dudes are doing a job that needs to be done.
Public services, love those guys.
They're doing a job that needs to be done. How about pay them?
Yeah.
My tax
pay
money
'em.
should go to that, not some fucking foreign war.
I've got trash too. Y'all are going like you mean like a little bit of my tax money goes to pay for y'all to come get my shit? Absolutely. That's why
Yes.
I was out there mowing the yard the other day. Trash guys come in and got my trash can. I was like, "Woo! What's up, guys? Take them cold waters. Thank you.
Don't send it to fucking some foreign fucking
You know,
war. Pay them.
road crews.
Yes.
Fixing the roads. Fuck yeah, love to see it. I hate being stuck behind it, but it's a service that I'm glad exists because
Pay.
I use my roads.
Pay them, dude.
Pay 'em.
Pay them whatever the fuck they want.
You know, and same with emergency services.
Firemen.
Like even
Ambulance,
even
cops.
cops, even
They
cops.
need a
Like I know
fucking raise.
they've got the big fucking stigma of cops are bad, but it's like no,
They need.
you
if
got
they
like
need a
12
raise,
bad ones around the entire country. The rest of them are just normal dudes trying to do their fucking job.
They need a raise.
Give them a fucking raise. Stop trying to defund them. Because, like, oh, hey, I just killed a guy trying to break into my house. Can y'all come, like, make sure I'm legally allowed, like, protected to do that? Like, come on, I need some official services to come out here and help me with this. I want that.
Yeah.
Or, like, oh, hey, I'm in a ditch on the side of the road and my wife's bleeding. I need an ambulance. Like, hey.
Ambulance.
Yeah, you're going to get shafted if you call the ambulance because it's going to cost you about $8,000 if your insurance doesn't cover it.
Just get it sent to collections.
But it's still the fact that you were able to get a public service out there and get me the hell out of Dodge.
This is changing subjects. This is a bad thing, but if I ever got like a huge medical bill, I would not pay it.
Yeah.
I would just be like, just send that to collections.
It'll go to collections. It'll sit there in collections.
They would like have to sue you.
And
to
then
get
the
money.
hospital is just going to write that off as a loss their next physical year. And they're going to it'll be in their next year's budget. They're just going to write it off as a tax loss. They won't have to pay taxes for anything.
Because I told you about, I think I'm still in I think I got a text about it the other day. I lived in that house so long ago. That collections company was like, we're going to send this back. They sent me a text that was like, we're going to send this back to the original person since you are not going to pay and all this shit. And I was like, why are you texting me? I'm not going to pay you for that router.
Collectors are not allowed to harass you anyways.
They texted me and was like, we're going to
You'll
send
get a
this back
text
to
every now and again.
I'm like, I moved out of that house whenever I was like 22.
Is that for the router?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like 4 months of not paying the bill. And I had internet that whole time. They just never turned it off. But yeah, they want like $600, but I'm like, no. I'm not doing that. And I've had that shit in collect. And my parents freaked out about it. Well, my mom did. She was like, you're in collections. They sent us a letter. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't have any credit anyway. So what the fuck, dude? Only thing I'm relying on is my dad's cosign if I ever do need to buy something.
Yeah.
So it should be
The
good.
financial system is just shitty anyways.
Dude, and the Jews hate me for that, dude. They hate me for just having no credit and just not giving a fuck about the collections or I'm a real big proponent of you do something for me, I pay you. Cash right there. I don't like this whole credit keeping up with. I know you got it's man-made, dude. Fuck it. It's man-made. That's bullshit.
It was originally intended to help. Great Depression. People still just trying to, make it. All right. We'll give you a line of credit when you get on your feet. Come get your stuff. We'll give it to you. We'll mark it up. When you're on your feet, pay us as you go.
And we're going to charge you interest.
It's fine. We'll give us a little bit, give us a little extra cherry on top. We'll help you out. We know everybody's struggling. And then it got turned into like, we could make all of these people like heavily rely on debt. Put them in debt. Put them in debt. That way we're always making
I got to
money.
pee, dude. You want to pause?
Yeah. What are we at?
2 hours. We could end it if you want to. You want to end it?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
The files never existed.